Let's play, bitch. I've seen it many times. Some people will say,
what's the point in Let's Plays? Do people still watch them?
They're valid questions, ma'am, and I can tell you, yes. People do still watch them. Lots of people, in fact. I'm one of them. But what's the point of them? Let's have a look together, shall we? Let's Plays are a staple of gaming now. Any AAA game released in the last 10 years will have countless videos uploaded by so many different people playing through them, to varying degrees of quality. And I've even tried it myself on 2 different channels before. They were shit. Let's Plays didn't start on YouTube though. Their history goes back a little further than that, and they're quite a bit different now to what they once were. Let's Plays are extremely important to the gaming community and the industry as a whole, and I'm going to tell you why I think that. Before we get into it, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for discussions on all things gaming, past, present and future. Also, I've hidden this somewhere in the video. If you're the first person to tell me in the comments the timestamp and where you saw it, I'll put you into the next one. Let's look at the history of Let's Plays. Let's Plays have been around for almost as long as video games themselves. Okay, not quite that long, but as long as anybody's ever been able to record themselves playing a game, whether it be on a handheld camera or what, they've existed. Though they haven't always been called Let's Plays. Let's Plays as we see them now, they're just a natural evolution of what a walkthrough once was. When you'd go online, you'd look for guides, or even buy official strategy guides. Let's Plays just became the next step. So it'll be interesting to think what could be next. But we're looking back, not forward. The term Let's Play was coined by the users of the Something Awful forums in about 2007. So when you think of gaming as a whole, it's a relatively new term. The format of capturing a player's raw reaction with minimal editing is credited to Something Awful forum user Michael Sawyer, more commonly known by his username Slowbeef. He's also credited for the first video walkthrough of a game called The Immortal.
Left, right, whoops. And boom, head explosion. See, this is why you gotta love my LP threads. There's just head explosion everywhere. Come on!
I've never heard of it. But he made this Let's Play alongside his more traditional written walkthrough with screenshots. Let's Players generally have existing knowledge of the game that they're playing and can be used as a helpful guide or to provide insight into, say, the development of the game. Generally. They've evolved a lot since then, and we will go over that in a minute, so hold on to your butts. They were generally created for places like forums, mainly like the Something Awful forums, but along came a dedicated video sharing platform known as YouTube. You might have heard of it. This gave Let's Plays a meteoric rise in popularity. More and more people started to record themselves playing video games and sharing it on YouTube, and some of them even made a career and became famous out of it. Like, of course, PewDiePie, Jacksepticeye, Markiplier, etc, 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 etc. There's so many of them now. There are too many now. But if it's something you love and you want to do it, I'm still going to say go for it. Okay, so, I say history. It was very brief. You know, there's only so much that could be said about the history of Let's Plays. Let's Play is just basically recording yourself playing a video game. That's what it is. The idea of sharing it started on forums, and then now it's moved over onto YouTube, where there's millions of videos. That's the brief summary. I mean, I could have just said that and spared a few minutes. But, why are Let's Plays important? Another question would be, why do people watch Let's Plays? Time. Especially as an adult, you don't have a lot of time, so it's much quicker to say boot up a YouTube video in your lunch break at work than it is to wait until you've got that spare time at home to sit down with the controller. You know, maybe you've only got one TV, your partner's watching something. I don't know. It's harder as an adult to find time to sit down and play games, and it's much quicker just to open up a video and watch it on your phone or your tablet or your PC. There's also money, so with less time as an adult, gives you more money. Well, we hope. Gaming is still an expensive hobby. I mean, a console itself goes for over £400 if you want, you know, the top brand new ones. Games, they're increasing in prices now for the first party titles, well, for Sony at least, for about £70 or $70. But gaming's always been an expensive hobby. Of course you can find deals here, there and everywhere, but A lot of people don't have the luxury of being able to drop money on every new release that comes out. You know, some people might play 4 or 5 AAA games a year. That's okay. You can just watch the rest on YouTube. There's plenty of Let's Plays of them. So it comes down to money. Could also be a demonstration, a kind of try before you buy sort of scenario. Demos aren't really a thing anymore. Most recently, when you do get a demo of a game, you have to pre-order the game first. Fuck's sake, Activision. Let me try Crash Bandicoot 4 to know if I want to buy it. Don't make me commit to wanting to buy it to get the demo to then know if I want to buy it. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Stupid Activision. But at least watching a Let's Play allows you to decide for yourself, am I going to like this game? Would I want to spend my hard-earned money, which I don't have a lot of, on this game? Or perhaps sometimes you are playing the game that you're now watching, but you're just incredibly stuck, you have no idea what you need to do, so you're trying to find a solution. That's where it comes back to the whole being a walkthrough, which is what they're supposed to be. As said, it was the natural evolution of a written walkthrough to then provide video form and show people what needs to be done. I know I've certainly used it on a number of times in games that I'm currently playing, and I'm just like, fucking hell, what do I need to do? So I had to look it up. It takes a few seconds. Much easier. And it also brings a sense of community to some people. A lot of the time when you have a well-established Let's Player, people don't come to watch it just for the game. They're there to hang out, if you will, with the player, to listen to what they have to say. Maybe they're very interested in them as a person and they just kind of want to know them. Of course, then you can move into streaming and then actually have your interactions with them. But as it stands, as a Let's Play, you could then engage with other people in the comments, like-minded people, perhaps make some new friends. It's not just about the idea of watching a Let's Play. You can get involved as well. So they're general terms of why people watch Let's Plays. Why do I watch Let's Plays? Well, I'm going to rehash a couple of bits I just said. I can't afford every single game that comes out, which is why I love Game Pass, by the way. And don't even talk to me about game ownership. That's a whole nother subject, which I will get into another time. But right now, we are not talking about that. So yeah, I can't afford to buy every single game that comes out. I mean, I got family to look after and everything. I'm not earning that YouTube money just yet. And some games I will absolutely despise playing. I will absolutely hate to play them. But I'm really interested in watching them or watching the story pan out. For example, I've not played any of the Souls games or Bloodborne, anything like that. But I've watched playthroughs of them and I thoroughly enjoyed watching them. But I know for a fact that I would not get good and I would fucking suck at those games. And I would hate to play them. I really would hate to play them because I'm shit at playing games. Hence my shitty Let's Plays on my other 2 channels, which don't exist anymore, by the way, so you ain't gonna find them. Also, mainly, I want to experience the story in horror games. I'm way too much of a wimp to play horror games, so I just won't play them. I won't play horror games, although I will be playing The Medium when it drops on the 28th of this month. I'm so excited to dive into that. It looks so good. That's gonna be a big one. So yeah, maybe The Medium will actually swing me into playing horror games for once. But usually I would watch a Let's Play because that ain't my bag, baby. So moving on from why people watch them and now into actually, aside from affecting individuals, why they're important. They are important to the industry as a whole, and in some cases there's what's known as the PewDiePie effect, which will cause a game to have a massive surge in sales. In fact, in 2014, EA had to reprint thousands of copies of Skate 3 because PewDiePie featured it on his channel. It caused a 33% increase in sales from 2013, which is mad. Also, EA, I know you said it's in development, but where the hell is Skate 4? Come on. A lot of people benefit from Let's Players on YouTube. A lot of the time it is indies that benefit the most. With the likes of Getting Over It with Bennett, Foddy and the Stanley Parable, they had a massive increase in sales after they were featured on famous Let's Players channels. What I really like about some Let's Plays is when the player can provide extra insight and trivia into the game, kind of explain how some of the systems work properly and tell you some information on the actual development behind the game. For instance, I recently watched the first 3 Silent Hill games by a Let's Player named Scribe, and he's really good. Not only does he know the games inside out, he tells you in depth some information about the development of the game and gives you little factoids most people just probably would not know, which makes watching it a lot more interesting because he knows where he's going, he knows what he's doing, but at the same time, he kind of pretends like, oh, we found this, well, what's that going to be used for later on? I mean, he doesn't do it in like a corny, cheesy way, but it keeps it exciting to watch. Like, it leaves the mystery there, but he knows what he's doing. He's going to do what he needs to be done and gives you more info on top. Fantastic. That's what I like to see. Also, I used to watch a Let's Player named HC Bailey who mainly focuses on old JRPGs. He's pretty much done all of the Final Fantasy games, so I watched a few of the earlier ones of his. Same again, he knows those games inside and out, but also doesn't just tell you everything as you're watching. He lets the game explain things to you, and he's just like, oh, I wonder what that could mean.
I wonder who we are. We are question mark man. Now let's take a look around, see what we got here, like a hidden treasure.
Again, keeping it interesting, but at the same time, concise, because he knows what he's doing. He knows where he's going, just knows what needs to be done. He's done test runs of the game before he records it for everyone else. It just stops wasting everybody's time, yet keeps it entertaining. Also, HC Bailey has been on here for years. He's been in the space for a long time. He's very nearly 100,000 subscribers, but I mean, he doesn't advertise and everything. Like, he's got his own little community, but he is very good if you're into old school JRPGs, so I do suggest checking him out. I'm going to leave a link to both Scribe and HC Bailey in the description down below, so be sure to check them out. Those two Let's Players are fantastic. Blind LPs have seemingly taken over, and it's bad. There's a lot of big Let's Players that get games upon release and then start uploading Let's Plays of them, and they don't have a clue what they're doing. You're watching them fumble around. They're not skilled at the game that they're trying to play, which makes it frustrating to watch. It's all mainly acting as an advert for the game itself. Okay, fine, like, it needs to be advertised. They can't provide any extra insight into the game. All they know is,
here's the game, I've got it, let's play it, or I know as much as you from watching trailers and stuff.
Lazy editing means that you're watching them be stuck on this same part for far too long. You're like, dude, the ledge you need to jump on is right there. It's right there. No, you're going back the way you came now. No, turn around. No, it's right there. Warmer. No! Let's Plays have become an integral part of the gaming community and the wider industry as a whole. They aren't going away anytime soon. And why would you want them to? Whether you watch them or not, people do, and they do watch them for many different reasons, like I just mentioned. We truly live in a great time that anybody can share their passion for the games that they're playing and build a community around it, while maybe also helping someone else that's stuck in the same game, or showing it to someone that can't afford it themselves. I'll keep watching them, and I'm certain that many others will do too. Let's Plays are important. Do you watch Let's Plays, and why? Who are your favourite Let's Players, and have you ever considered making your own? Let's discuss it down in the comments. Follow a Let's Play on liking this video, and subscribe for discussions on all things gaming, past, present and future. Click the card in a second to see my video on why cross-generation games are important, and I'll see you over there. Bye bye.